Why hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. I'm back with another money grind guide. Now just before we proceed, this method does not require you to be a legendary tuner and sell cars for upwards of 20 million. Nor does this require you to go on the auction house and buy cars and pray that skill trees haven't been unlocked by other players and all those other methods that might or might not work. This right here, it's a sure shot method. You get what you get depending on the number of hours you grind, okay? So let's start with this. Now I'll explain to you the whole method first and then I'll tell you what you need to be careful about before proceeding forward with this entire process. See, we can have a maximum of 999 skill points at any given point of time. Even if you keep grinding past 999, your skill points won't count further as the limit or cap on skill points is 999. So it's only better to use them and grind them back, as this is the easiest thing to grind in the game for. And then in the process, we grind for Wheelspins, Super Wheelspins, XP, credits and Forzathon points. So we start by coming into the auto show and then we buy the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 2012. Now we are going into the skill tree section directly from the upgrade menu. We spend exactly 60 points to unlock the Liberty Wrangler Unlimited, and then depending on whatever you want, you can go for any or all of these above. I'll leave a note on the side of the screen for how many skill points it takes for unlocking all the above, so it helps you make your own choice. So I am gonna do this entire process once to explain everything in detail. Now once we have every skill perk unlocked, depending on whatever you guys went for, it should take you a maximum of 96 skill points if you went for everything in the skill tree section. And now once you're back out into the free mode, you get one free level up for spending almost 100 skill points. And on top of that, since you level up, you do get a free wheel spin as well. So depending on how many times you do this, 200 skill points will be 2 level ups and 2 free wheel spins. 300 skill points will be 3 level ups and 3 free wheel spins. And accordingly, you get the idea, right? Now we move on to the next step where we passively keep grinding for skill points. Now in my previous video where I was explaining the AFK guide, in the recent week, I have figured out an even better method for farming skill points. Yes, and it's very easy. We get back into our auto show section. We get into this car, which is the Chevrolet Corvette Forza edition. And just in case you do not have this car, please buy this car from the auction house and then unlock every skill tree perk in this car. This is one of the best cars to grind skill points in the game, as it has a 7 times skill tree multiplier. And on top of that, the multiplier increases 3 times faster. Yes, which is insane for grinding free skill points. Now once you max out all the perks here, please do download this tune that I have on this car. Go into your event lab section, and as usual, I'm gonna leave the tuning codes and event codes both on your screen and down in the description below. So you can go ahead and download them in game. And now once you start this event, please make sure that you set your difficulty settings accordingly. And now once you are done, just put a clean rubber band on top of your controller with the R2 button pressed so your car keeps driving on its own. Every lap you complete here takes about an average of 12 minutes. And if you are using my tuning setup and the same difficulty settings, you should net about 30 skill points in one lap. And so essentially we make about 100 skill points back in 36 minutes. We need precisely 192 skill points for doing this entire method 2 times with the Jeep Wrangler and then the Jeep Liberty Unlimited. So roughly in about an hour, you make all of your skill points back and you're good to go with the same process again. So you keep collecting free super wheel spins, you keep unlocking free Forzathon points, you keep getting free XP and credits by finishing the event. And once you finish the event after 2 laps, you get a free wheel spin in the end. And now once you're back in the lobby, you do the entire method 2 more times. So you get 2 free level ups along with 2 free wheel spins for spending almost 200 skill points. And to top it all off, you get free super wheel spins, XP, credits and Forzathon points from the skill tree section unlocks. keep repeating this entire method and keep removing your duplicate cars from your garage so it becomes less cluttered. Now, before you go ahead with this method, please do know a couple important things that you need to remember or sort of watch out for in order to get this done properly. Otherwise, it might not even work properly, even if you do everything correctly. So step number 1, please make sure you have every skill perk unlocked in the Chevrolet Corvette Forza Edition. The second and the last and the most important thing you need to know, please do not leave your controller completely AFK, as if you leave your controller without any response for over 10 minutes straight, the game will register you as inactive and everything now you do in game will not count. So roughly every 8 or 9 minutes, just keep moving your joystick to either left or right side while you're AFK in the game, so the game doesn't register you as inactive. If you keep your joystick pressed on one side, your car might just go off track, which is when you might have to rewind and get back to track. So I would just recommend doing something like this. You see, you basically move your joystick either left or right by a very small amount. So the game registers a small controller input and now it doesn't register you as inactive. And you keep earning skill points. Otherwise, as you can see here on my screen, once I leave my controller for over 10 minutes without any response, the skill tree chain will break. And nothing after that, essentially up until the point you touch the controller or respond again in game, will count. So a very important thing to remember, even though this is an AFK event, you need to input a small controller response every 10 minutes. Otherwise, this is of no use. And so if you are using the Chevrolet Corvette Forza Edition, your skill tree goes up to 7 and builds up 3 times faster. And essentially every lap gives you 30 skill points. Now with both of these things out of the way, you guys are now good to go ahead with this entire method. And so about in under an hour, you get all of the above. Depending on your wheel spin and super wheel spin RNG, you can make upwards of 1 million by doing this entire method just 2 times. On top of guaranteed XP and Forzathon points we earn from finishing the event and unlocking skill tree perks. That being said, this money method here is the best for PS5 players, as this will level you up, give you more than enough credits, give you free Forzathon points, give you free wheel spins and super wheel spins, and overall the best grind on Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 for new players, as it gives you pretty much everything little by little and one of the most efficient methods in terms of grinding. Now let me know your thoughts about this method down below and if it did help you out. With that being said, please take care, stay safe, game safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.